What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my square circle. Welcome to my channel. I go by the name of BX Boxer, and I want to thank all the heavy hitters for coming out today and pressing that button to check this video out. Guys, I'm trying to drop content as frequently as possible, maybe once or twice a week. So do me a favor, guys. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification button, hit that like button if you do like the content that I'm putting out, because why not? Support your local YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? But today, we're going to talk about a little about WandaVision, episode 5. That goes without saying. There will be spoilers in this video. And a big shout out to Very Gary, Gem Mint, and the Defects for their breakdown. They got real, like, archaeologists digging down deep into the bones of everything, and it is crazy. So, guys, go check them out and everything that they did. They did a hell of a job. I appreciate that. What I will be doing is what I think will happen with this series, my opinions from what I see, the route that they can be going, because they could be going a million different ways with what they got. There's so many places that they could take the story. It is crazy. But let's get into it. So the episode starts off. We already know 80s vibe. We got growing pains. We got Full House. Even the house is decked out like Full House in the setup the way it is. And, you know, that's probably like a little nod because we all know that Elizabeth Olsen, her sisters, were on that show, Mary-Kate and Ashley. But nevertheless, we got the kids, we got the twins crying when the show starts off. And Wanda's not really knowing how to control them. She tries to use her powers, and her powers are so obsolete with the kids. It's not even funny. She can't seem to quiet them. And a very heavy person in this episode is the one and only Agnes, a.k.a. Agatha Harkness, who I think she will be. What goes without saying. Everybody knows she's going to be Agatha Harkness. But she is coming up in this episode very heavy. So she tries to, I guess, go towards the twins to carry them. And Vision is very, very quick to oblige and say, no, like I don't want her near the kids. You can't pick up the kids. And everything just seems to go south right there. Audience stops talking. Everything gets real serious and tense. And it's like Agatha knows they're in a show playing a play. It's very obvious. She goes, should I start from the top? Should I start from the top? And Wanda's taking it off, taking completely offside. She's like, what are you talking about? She didn't know what to say. She was in shock. Vision caught it very quickly. And I find it crazy how Vision in this show, since the last few episodes, has very much known that something is very off-putting with this. Something's very off with this world that he's living in. It just doesn't seem right. It's not organic. It's very much kind of disturbing to him. So later on, we move on from there. They act like nothing's going on. Vision goes to Wanda and says, what was that about? She shrugs it off like nothing. But you can tell Vision is feeling it. He's getting a little frustrated with what's going on. We fast forward. We see the kids grow very quickly, like right in 5 minutes into the episode. They go from babies to 5-year-olds. It's crazy. And then Agnes just goes, they grow so fast, right in front of her eyes. What I did notice, before they turned to 5-year-olds, they were crying hysterically in their little bassinets. Agatha went to go grab some dark liquor. Dark, why? Could be Mephisto, because Mephisto's dark for dark magic. We don't know. Just something that I thought, little details that I pay attention to like that. Everything had to be dark liquor, dark that. So I noticed that. We fast forward into the episode, and we see that the kids get a dog named Sparky, or Sparks, if I'm not mistaken. And then from there, we see Vision. I'm probably jumping ways ahead because if it goes from Wanda's reality to our reality very quickly. So we go in Wanda's reality. We see that Vision is at work with Norm, and he taps Norm's head. And Norm is saying, she's controlling us. She's controlling us. Clearly that he has a family. He realizes when Vision touched him, he's back in his normal state. He can't get out of his normal state. He's being controlled by someone, a woman. Who's the woman? We have no clue. We don't know who this woman is. Could be Wanda, could be Dottie, could be Agnes, could be whoever. But Vision just puts him out of his misery, puts him back in, lets him settle the summer down from there. What I liked about this episode, again, I've been loving WandaVision since it started. Every episode has just been good for me. What I love about this series, this episode in particular, you see Vision literally have it up to here. And we come to find out he has no memory or recollection of any type from before this series started. Why is that? We all know in Infinity War, Thanos grabbed him by the throat, ripped the Mind Stone straight out of his head, Goomba style. Blow, just like that. And I want to emphasize on this part because it hit me as soon as I watched it. In Infinity War, who do we have working on Vision? On his Mind Stone? Shuri, working on his Mind Stone. It did get broken up by Cull Obsidian. He did come in. But before he did all that, the question remains, was Shuri successful in trying to help? Did she somehow neutralize the Mind Stone in his head while it was still being implanted? We don't know. Even though Thanos ripped the Mind Stone out of Vision's head, is it possible he could be brought back because Shuri did what she had to do in that amount of time that they did when they was battling Thanos' army? It's quite possible. But I like that fact that it could lead down that road. Another thing we see Wanda break into the Sword Agency, and you see Vision in like 50 million pieces. We don't know why he's in 50 million pieces. We don't know what's going on. Was she possibly saving him? Quite possible. But I like the fact that she resurrected him. And what they basically said in this reality is that anything that could go in can be like manipulated but still be the same. So it's possible that Wanda saved Vision from a possible torture or being assembled into something, resurrected him without needing the Mind Stone. But if you see in the episode, he still has the Mind Stone there. So it's quite possible he doesn't need the Mind Stone to survive at all because Shuri did what she had to do in Infinity War. So I thought that was pretty cool to see that. Another thing we did see is that, another thing I did notice too, which I thought was pretty cool, the episode where Monica Rambeau got blasted out, she did have her same clothes that she got blasted out with, that she went in with, that she was already in there with. She had her 70s getup, 60s getup. And when Wanda blasted out, she had the same clothes. In this episode, Wanda does come out of the force field and basically goes straight up to Sword's face like, what's up? What's going on? Y'all messing with my home? Don't do it. But she comes out in her full-on costume, looking crazy dope, looking like straight up badass House of M style. Like her powers are just so in there. She's able to control the minds of all the army guys, and it's crazy. But I just find it cool that when she did blast her out, Monica was still able to have a 70s getup. She did not come out with the uniform that she went in with. However, when she went in, they did say this in the episode, she did go in with Kevlar. And however, the clothes that happened to change in the reality, the Kevlar was basically adapted into the clothing, which I thought was pretty dope to see as well. And the reason that, going back to what I said like 5 minutes ago, the reason that Wanda did come out from the barrier is because they sent in a drone. And the director from Sword, he's just a sketchy dude all around, in my opinion. I think it's kind of like you're going to have like a Hydra agent inside of Sword, basically like what they had inside of the Avengers storyline with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because he just seems so sketchy. Like he wants Wanda, he sees Wanda as a threat. Does he have a thing, like a backhanded thing that he wants to go against Wanda? It's quite possible. An agenda. I had a brain fart for a second, guys. He has a hidden agenda against Wanda. It's quite possible. Does he know that Wanda is a mutant? Very much quite possible. So we don't know his hidden agenda of what he has, because Monica just wants to go in there and be at peace and try to help Wanda out. But this guy clearly has a hidden agenda against Wanda. There was a lot in this episode, a lot of ways that they can go with this, and I was digging every part of it. But it's clear to see that in this episode, towards the end, you thought the ending was coming up. You see the credits like in every episode. And Vision's telling Wanda, I've had enough of this. I don't see kids here. What is really going on here? And he knows that something's going on. He feels that something is not right. And the fact that he could feel and see things that are not right, it just tells me that Wanda basically resurrected him because he's thinking on his own without needing the Mind Stone. So he knows something's going on. And of course, in the ending, we get the big reveal. Who is it? None other than Quicksilver. But before we get the big reveal, something has happened that has never happened in this episode that I've seen. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm going crazy. Highly doubt it. We hear a doorbell ring. Never in this series has a doorbell ever rang. Everybody just pops on in. Agnes always pops in at the right time when need be with the proper equipment that needs to be for the situation. Because maybe she's the nosy neighbor. Maybe she's controlling everything. We have no idea. But the fact that we heard the doorbell ring, that tells me that this person was clearly not in this town of Westview. Because it is said in this episode as well, or in prior episodes, that everybody in Westview has been taken there basically hostage. So this person that comes into this reality, this home that Wanda has made, is not from this home. He is from the outside. He rings a doorbell. Never heard that ever. And it is revealed that it is Quicksilver. Not Quicksilver, Aaron Taylor Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, his name is. But Evan Peters from the Fox universe. Now, is it possible that there's a multiverse here at hand? Quite possibly so, quite possibly not. Is it possible that someone put him there? Someone's there. Maybe it's Agnes that put him there. We don't know. Because before all of this that happened, guys, I'm jumping everywhere, so bear with me because there's just like so many ways my head is going, but this is an awesome, awesome episode. We see that their dog Sparky did die at Agnes's yard. I find that highly suspicious that it was in Agnes's yard. Everything that happens important is Agnes's is always involved. Agnes is always there. And the boys always say, Mom, can't you help the dead? Can't you fix the dead? And Agnes freaks out like, you can do that? She didn't like that, I guess. I guess something hit her when she did that. But at the end of the day, they were basically talking about how family is everything, but you have to adjust. If something's gone, it's gone forever. You have to deal with it. And the very emphasis on that was like family as well. That he will always be your brother. This is your brother. I'm your mother. So in this family-orientated episode, you have a family member that comes back. Is it possible that Agnes put Quicksilver here? It's quite possible. Or is it possible that Wanda subconsciously thinking about her brother Pietro, and with death, she was able to bring him back, but without realizing it, she pulled him from another universe herself and dragged him in. We don't know, but it's always good to see this and hear this. Guys, I could be talking a whole bunch of nonsense. Could be wrong. I could care less if I'm wrong, but it's fun to have these ideas and bring them with you guys and talk with you guys. So guys, that basically wraps up my video for today. So if you guys want to comment in the comment section, we could chop it up. We could chat it up. It's all good. You could talk about the negative, the positive, whatever you think, whatever you're feeling. If I'm crazy, if I'm not, if I'm awesome, it is what it is. I'm willing to talk to you guys back. I appreciate it. And if you guys are liking the content, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. I'm going to try to drop content as frequently as possible. And I want to thank you guys for hitting on this video and checking me out. It really means a lot. So you heavy hitters, you guys stay well. Until next time.